Hey everybody, welcome to Dog Culture Review, where I ask my most frequent asked question in my life right now. Why do you care about dog culture? Why do you care about that? So this is the first video in my new series where I will answer the question, and I will also ask some questions back at the dog culture people. So, dog culture people in general, why do you guys love ear infections? What's your deal with that? Why do you love ear infections? Excuse me. So check this out. So if we look around at the dog culture, here's what we see: a dog licking somebody's in the ear. Now these are professionals. A dog licking this girl's ear. A dog licking this guy's ear. A dog licking this guy's ear. This is a Merivet. This is the private equity company that's buying up all of your veterinarian offices. So they're just all up in these people's faces, often licking them in the ear. So we got any more ear lickers? So we got a beard licker right here. Now, what else do you think these dogs are licking? What other particles do you think are on their tongues, huh? So, looks like we don't have any more ear lickers. We got an ear scratcher. Uh, Mostly these are dogs too. So, yeah, it looks like, we got one more ear licker. Look at that. What an ear licker. Huh. You guys heard of window lickers? Oh, this guy here is licking the eyes and ears of them. So, yeah, what's up with this, you guys? Why are we doing this? What's the big deal? So, um, let me just show you some stuff on the internet. This is the same thing. Dogs are constantly licking people's ears. What's the deal with that? Why do dogs lick ears? So, evidently, a lot of dogs lick a lot of people's ears because it's a frequently asked question on the internet. So, what's up with that? Why is this? Why are we allowing dogs to lick our ears? Why are we doing this with all these infections on the rise? Why are we putting the protein from dead flesh of an animal inside of our ear? Doesn't seem right. So why um why don't we talk about this more? So it says right here, it should not ring any alarms that the dog is licking each other's ear, but it should ring some alarms because that's gross. So inside of your dog's saliva are several bacteria that don't belong in your body. And there's something here called microscopic proteins from flecks of skin. It's an allergen. Those things getting onto your mucous membranes are allergens. They shouldn't be in your ear or any of your other body's orifices. So here's a little article. It's called pet dander allergy. Now, your body is your body is allergic to this anyways. You may not, have issues, but it is an allergen. However, let's look at some of the stuff about this. As with my other videos, I try to see how things are affecting children. So, pet dander is much more likely to affect children. And if they are exposed to pet dander early on, that's why they don't have symptoms, because we really don't notice it, because this pet dander gets into the microbiota of their ear. So let's have a look at this ear before we move on to the next part. So in children, ear infection is more common because this little tube right here can get clogged easier. And when it gets clogged, the fluid that is supposed to be managed by the body can't do that as well. If it even doesn't get fully clogged, it still stresses the body. It stresses the inner ear. So allow me to show something else to you. Ear infections are the most common reason for pediatric hospital appointments. So this is putting kids in the hospital quite a bit. Now you may need to search around the internet a little bit, but you will find too much ear licking can lead to infections and other problems. And that's talking about dogs licking each other's ears as well as dogs licking human ears. So, in introducing the saliva from your dog into your ear can block those tubes and cause ear infections, as well as put all kinds of microorganisms and other things into your ear. And ear infection is on the rise, hearing loss is on the rise. So let me pull up a little internet search for you. Hearing loss is on the rise. Hearing loss is caused from allergies, ear infections, respiratory infections, and sinus infections. So as dog culture puts more dogs in more homes, people lose their hearing more. So why do you love ear infections, dog culture? Hearing loss is on the rise. If you get into this and start looking for the source, it'll tell you that it's allergens, infections, eustachian tubes being blocked. But they really won't talk about the fact that we have all these dogs in our house. But if you understand vocabulary, you can look it up and see that microscopic things getting into the ears, blocking those eustachian tubes. That's terrible. So let me share this little part of this article with you. Why are kids more likely to get ear infections? The eustachian tubes are smaller and more level in children than they are in adults. This makes it difficult for fluid to drain. Under normal conditions, the tubes are swollen or blocked with mucus due to a cold or respiratory illness. Fluid may not be able to drain. So there's a lot of information about respiratory illnesses that we can get from dogs, and there's lots of information about how dogs licking our face is not good for our immune system. So all of the dog culture out there that ask me, what is my problem with dogs? What is your problem with kids? And why do you love ear infections? And why do you love hearing loss so much? And even for you dog lovers out there, ear infections in dogs are on the rise too, because the dander from dogs gets themselves sick too. Have you ever looked up some stuff about your amazing human body? Your ear is like it has all kinds of cool, intricate stuff going on. You don't want to be inserting saliva into here. Wet saliva that other nasty things floating in the round can stick to. Where else do you think that your dog's tongue has been before it smears that saliva all over your face? It's not anywhere good. And I'm not just talking about dogs cleaning their own orifices. I'm talking about dogs are always licking up junk off of the floor. They're always eating nasty stuff out of your yard, and you want to smear that all over your beautiful human ear and lose your hearing? That's terrible. Why do you want to do that, dog culture? Why? So here's some of the consequences of hearing loss. Psychological well-being, quality of life, economic independence, impedes the speech and language development of early childhood. It can set affected children on a trajectory of suboptimal educational and vocational attainment. So increasing the risks and increasing the occurrence of hearing loss in kids, this basically curses them for the rest of their life. It's nasty. It even says right here, this trend has become a serious public health issue that deserves an appropriate and well-coordinated global action. So they're talking about the hearing loss rising in prevalence, and it's affecting children the most. And more and more and more, we get more and more dogs. More and more and more, we get more hearing loss and more infections in children. And so why do you want to do that? What dog culture? I'm asking you a question back. Do you ever go on Amazon and just kind of look stuff up? These ear therapy drops, $8 each, 25,000 reviews. That's $200,000. 10,000 of these bought in the last month. 10,000 times 8, that's 80,000 a month. People are spending to help with ear infections. So something's up. And more and more we see kids in beds with dogs, little babies in beds with dogs. Young babies are getting more ear infections. So why do you want to keep putting these microscopic dead protein particles in the ears and faces of your kids? Why as adults? Why are all of these adults? Kids see this. Kids lose their hearing. Kids get ear infections. But these adults everywhere are saying, Oh yeah, let a dog lick you up in the face. Yeah, don't even get me started about facial bites and reconstructive surgeries. So all this information is out there. It's like you got to put the pieces together. There's all kinds of stuff about allergies causing hearing loss too. Pet dander is an allergen. Pet dander thins out the mucus inside of your ear. It clogs up your ear, and it doesn't belong anywhere on your face. Dogs lick your face because they're looking for food. Wow. And you got to pay the price with an ear infection. I just opened up one of the articles that I read. This is not right. This is not right, people. Look at the propaganda that we put out here. The reason they lick your ear, oh, he loves you. He's acknowledging you're in charge. Help you stay clean. Right, the dog doesn't have a prefrontal lobe. Look at this picture, dude. Where do you think that dog was 10 minutes before? Out in the woods, getting ticks and fleas on him. Ticks are attracted to the CO2 that the dog breathes. And the way this guy is acting, like, this is like almost, this is almost like sexual. The dog is not showing you they care. This is like a throwback to wolf behavior, trying to get food from you. And what does it say right here? You're in charge. If you're in charge, you shouldn't be letting the dog lick your ear, because you're putting that out into society. So as you read this article, first off, they tell you, oh, dog licking your ear is this precious thing, like the Lord coming through the clouds and all this kind of talk. But finally, they tell you all the nasty stuff that is on your dog's ear. So yeah, people, I got to ask all you dog culture people out there. You want to ask me why I hate dog culture? I don't know. Why do you love ear infections? Why do you love allowing kids to lose their hearing? Why do you love all of these downstream nasty consequences of filling your ear with all this nasty stuff?